morning, Sunrisers. I'm Dr. Jansen, and today I have with us our head technician, Katie. And this here is Miss Scarlett. And Scarlett is a 10, 11-month-old Yorkie. And she actually came to us a couple of months ago. Her mom noticed all of a sudden that her mammary chains started to just get a little bit bigger and developed. And we knew she wasn't pregnant. There was no chance of that by any means. They weren't painful. They weren't inflamed. They weren't red. They just were swollen. And so one of the things we have the opportunity to offer here is we can actually check progesterone levels. And what we're suspicious of with her is that she was having something called a pseudo-pregnancy or a false pregnancy. And this essentially means that there is no puppies present, no chance of any puppies present, but their body essentially goes through the same hormones as if they were going through a pregnancy. So you'll see the mammary development. A lot of times they'll actually gather their toys and bring them into a nest and almost treat some of their toys like puppies. And there's really not much we can do about it. We identify it so we know exactly what we're dealing with, make sure there's no other issues going on, know that it's just that progesterone level that's high, and then it's just kind of a waiting game. You got to give them some time to kind of work through it. Occasionally they can develop actually some milk, and that's something we just keep an eye on for. We don't want them to develop an infection in their mammary chains called mastitis or anything like that nature. But obviously she came through her pseudo-pregnancy without any complications. We do recommend spaying them, especially if they've had a pseudo-pregnancy. We want to make sure that this isn't something that happens again. Obviously if they're already spayed, again, it's just something we have to kind of keep an eye out for. But we have the ability now to check those progesterone levels, make sure that your pet's getting back to normal, and we just support them through it. And if you guys have any questions, you think maybe that your pets are going through a pseudo-pregnancy, maybe they're acting a little bit strange. We had another patient of ours that just started being super clingy to her mom, which is very unusual for her. Sure enough, it was another pseudo-pregnancy for her. So if you have any questions, you think maybe they're going through pseudo-pregnancy, maybe you're worried, that your pet maybe is pregnant, that's something we can check for here, and we'll make sure that we keep your pets happy and healthy, and I promise your pets will thank you.
WCBI Animal Health with Dr. Emerson was brought to you by Emerson Animal Hospital in West Point.